Now, what should I do? Head back to the office?
I think you should work here. We can't avoid the press if you leave.
All right, you hold down the fort.
Yes, sir.
Fort. Fort.
All right, you hold down the fort.
Yes, sir.
I want to show you this. It's a mock-up of the bottle design, and Harry started on the concept layouts,
Layout. Layout.
and Harry started on the concept layouts. But we don't want it to look too nice.
Want them white folks to feel like they slumming.
Slum. Slum.
Want them white folks to feel like they slumming.
Smack, crack, blow.
Smack. Smack.
Smack, crack, blow.
What's your plan?
Work from home. You don't need me dragging this circus to the White House.
Circus. Circus.
You don't need me dragging this circus to the White House.
And that I did not take the photograph printed in the DC Daily. I'm sorry that the Vice President and his wife have to go through this ridiculous ordeal. And
Ordeal. Ordeal.
have to go through this ridiculous ordeal. And
You might want to change into something more...
Conservative?
Yes. I'm going to go throw the hounds a bone.
Hound. Hound.
I'm going to go throw the hounds a bone.
For both of us.
Shall we rehearse?
Rehearse. Rehearse.
Shall we rehearse?
The media would assume we were coordinating. It needed to look messier.
Messy. Messy.
It needed to look messier.
He becomes the headline. We can't control his press operation.
But if we coordinate with them, it shouldn't...
Coordination looks bad.
Coordination. Coordination.
Coordination looks bad.
So it's your job to conceal it.
If Seth doesn't think the president should make a comment, then we should defer to his judgment.
Defer. Defer.
And then we should defer to his judgment.
Connor was an easy target, but I'm not going anywhere.
Look, Doug, I'm grateful just...
Great. Great.
Look, Doug, I'm grateful just...
You president so long by being blind. Upward mobility has a ceiling with the Underwoods.
Upward. Upward.
Upward mobility has a ceiling with the Underwoods. What else have you got on them?
Nothing.
You fork over the journal without a backup plan for a rainy day on a...
Rainy. Rainy.
You fork over the journal without a backup plan for a rainy day on a...
A little sibling rivalry isn't such a bad thing.
Rivalry. Rivalry.
A little sibling rivalry isn't such a bad thing, especially between adopted boys. They either push each other to be the best versions of themselves, or one of them gets booted back to the orphanage.
Orphanage. Orphanage.
Or one of them gets booted back to the orphanage.
Sweetheart, how are you holding up?
the press have been harassing us the past 2 days.
Harass. Harass.
The press have been harassing us the past 2 days.
Looks like you can use some help. Got an extra apron in the back.
Apron. Apron.
Got an extra apron in the back.
Politics and business are intertwined in China, as I'm sure you know. It's not uncommon to partner with...
Uncommon. Uncommon.
It's not uncommon to partner with...
My gut says there's more to Xander Fang than has been reported. It's a far better use of my time than reporting on tabloid sex scandals.
Tabloid. Tabloid.
Than reporting on tabloid sex scandals.
Put something back together again once it's been crushed.
If you're going to threaten me, you don't have to go to the trouble of veiling it.
Veil. Veil.
You don't have to go to the trouble of veiling it.
I don't usually do interviews with reporters. They're parasites.
Parasite. Parasite.
They're parasites. Usually interested in just finding a way to knock me down a peg. Invariably.
Invariably. Invariably.
Invariably. Usually interested in just finding a way to knock me down a peg. Invariably, what they write is inaccurate, and
Inaccurate. Inaccurate.
what they write is inaccurate, and
Read them. If you're good, you'll memorize them.
Memorize. Memorize.
If you're good, you'll memorize them.
There is no way you win standing up for this guy.
He's about to start a franchise. I will not have it jeopardized.
Jeopardize. Jeopardize.
I will not have it jeopardized because Tuss decided
It's
to
more
come
than
after.
just Freddie, sir. I did some digging. His son did time for narcotics, trafficking, distribution.
Narcotic. Narcotic.
His son did time for narcotics, trafficking, distribution.
You think I'm scared of you? Scared of this?
Down there! Parole!
Parole. Parole.
Down there! Parole!
My job is to separate fact and fiction, just like yours is, Kenny. But maybe fact and fiction don't matter as much to the artistic sensibility.
Sensibility. Sensibility.
Don't matter as much to the artistic sensibility.
There was an incident with his son.
I look at those photos.
What happened?
He's in custody for threatening a photographer with a firearm.
Firearm. Firearm.
He's in custody for threatening a photographer with a firearm.
I know.
I always knew they were ruthless.
Ruthless. Ruthless.
I always knew they were ruthless.
How's your wife doing?
Oh, Claire's got a suit of armor 3 inches thick.
Inch. Inch.
Claire's got a suit of armor 3 inches thick.
My business partner's pulling out. Say them white folks down in Silver Spring don't want to go to no place run by thugs.
Thug. Thug.
Go to no place run by thugs.
Whoa,
Go to no place run by thugs.
well, why do you have to sell yours?
Darnell's bail.
Bail. Bail.
Darnell's bail.
Well, doesn't that guy have to give you $100 grand regardless?
I ain't getting shit. There's a morality clause in the contract, but
Clause. Clause.
there's a morality clause in the contract, but
I wouldn't disagree with you. The road to power is paved with hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy. Hypocrisy.
The road to power is paved with hypocrisy.
No, they're made-up charges. He's a journalist, documenting atrocities in the Darien Gap.
Atrocity. Atrocity.
Documenting atrocities in the Darien Gap.
Because the Secretary of State is a good friend of mine and because you don't have any other choice.
We're not your chess pieces.
Chess. Chess.
We're not your chess pieces.
For the slightest understanding of what our marriage is, or how insignificant you are in comparison,
Insignificant. Insignificant.
or how insignificant you are in comparison.
You'll be driven back to New York tonight. In the morning, you'll make a statement saying this was a publicity stunt.
Stunt. Stunt.
Saying this was a publicity stunt.